I gave my parents 12 years of my life. 12 years of missed birthdays, canceled holidays, sleepless nights, and relentless dedication to the family business they built from scratch. And in less than 5 minutes, they threw me out like I was nothing. Not only that, they humiliated me in front of everyone. Our senior staff sat frozen around the conference table. My younger brother, Daniel, leaned back in his chair with a smug grin, arms folded like he'd just won something he never earned. My father didn't even look ashamed. "This is a business decision, Oliver," he said coldly. "Don't make this personal. Don't make this personal." They were firing their own son, after everything I'd done. After helping turn our struggling logistics company in Manchester into one of the most respected firms in the north of England. After securing our biggest client in company history. After carrying the business while my brother spent years partying, making bad decisions, and coasting on the family name. And now, they were handing him my position, just like that. "You're replacing me with Daniel?" I asked, barely believing what I was hearing. My mother finally spoke. "He deserves a chance," I laughed, not because it was funny, because it was unbelievable. "A chance," I said. "I built half this company while he was getting drunk in Ibiza." Daniel's face darkened. "Watch your mouth." "No," I snapped. "You watch yours, you haven't earned anything here." Dad slammed his hand on the table. "That's enough." Silence. Then came the final blow. "You're done here," he said. "Hand in your company laptop, keys, and security pass before you leave." That hurt more than anything. No gratitude, no respect, no appreciation, just dismissal. Like I was disposable, I stood there staring at the people I'd sacrificed everything for. Then I said the one thing none of them expected. "Fine." I placed my badge on the table. Then I looked directly at my father. "You've just made the biggest mistake of your life," Daniel smirked. "We'll survive." I looked at him. "No," I said quietly. "You won't." And then I walked out. What they didn't realize, their biggest client trusted me, not the company. 3 days later, my phone rang. The caller ID made me pause. It was James Whitmore, CEO of Whitmore Retail Group, our largest client. The account worth nearly £8 million annually. I answered. Oliver, his voice was calm but direct. "I heard what happened." News traveled fast. "Yeah," I said. "Family drama," James sighed. "I'll be blunt, we signed because of you." That got my attention. "You understand our business. You solve problems before they happen." I stayed silent. Then he said the words that changed everything. "If you're leaving permanently, we need to talk." I sat upright. "What do you mean?" "I mean," he said, "I'm not interested in staying with people who just fired the best operator they had." My pulse quickened. "You're serious?" "Completely." He paused. "What's your next move?" At that moment, I didn't have one. But suddenly I saw everything clearly, the years of loyalty, the sacrifices, the betrayal, and now an opportunity. I took a slow breath. "I'm starting my own company." There was silence. Then James laughed. "Good, good. Yes, because if you do, I'll move our account." I nearly dropped the phone. An £8 million client, ready to walk because of me. That was the moment everything changed. The next 6 months were brutal. I rented a tiny office in Salford, second-hand desks, cheap laptops, long hours, no safety net, no family support, nothing, just me and a mission. I hired carefully, not flashy people. Loyal people, smart people, people who were overlooked, people like me. Then something unexpected happened. 3 former employees from my parents' company resigned, quietly. They called me one by one. "We're with you." That hit hard. Soon 5 became 9, 9 became 15, momentum grew, word spread. And then the bomb dropped. Whitmore Retail officially terminated their contract with my parents. And signed with me. The industry exploded, people talked, everyone wanted to know what happened. My parents' company's stock crashed internally, revenue plummeted, panic spread. Daniel was drowning, he didn't understand operations. Didn't understand logistics, didn't understand relationships, he only understood titles. Within weeks, delays increased, complaints multiplied, contracts were reviewed, clients started leaving. And every loss pointed back to one truth. They had fired the wrong person. 9 months after they fired me, I was sitting in my new office overlooking Manchester city centre. The business had grown faster than I imagined. Then reception called. "Oliver, your parents are here." I froze. "What?" "They want to speak with you." Of course they did. I stared out the window, then said, "Send them in." The door opened. My mother entered first, then my father. Both looked older, tired, worried. Gone was the arrogance. Dad sat down. For the first time in my life, he looked uncomfortable. My mother forced a weak smile. "You've done well." I said nothing. Dad cleared his throat. "We need to talk." I leaned back. "I'm listening." He hesitated. That alone was shocking. Then he said something I never expected. "We made a mistake." Silence. My mother added softly, "Daniel wasn't ready." I almost laughed. Wasn't ready. That's what they came with. Not an apology, not accountability. Just excuses. Dad leaned forward. We want to discuss a merger. Now I laughed, a real laugh. They looked offended. You're serious? I asked. Dad's jaw tightened. This would benefit everyone. I stared at him, the same man who threw me out. The same man who chose my incompetent brother over me. And now he needed me. I folded my hands. Let me get this straight. I leaned forward. You humiliated me, fired me, handed everything to Daniel. Their faces tightened. And now that your company is collapsing, I smiled. You want my help? No one spoke. Then my mother said quietly, we're family. That word, family, after everything. I stood slowly, walked toward the window, then turned back. No, Dad's face hardened. Oliver, no. I looked him dead in the eye. You taught me business is business. Silence. So let me return the lesson. I walked to the door and opened it. This meeting is over. My mother's eyes watered. Dad stood, angry again, pride returning. You'd really destroy your own family? I met his stare. You destroyed this family the day you chose favoritism over fairness. Silence. Then I delivered the final blow. Your biggest client didn't leave your company. I paused. They followed me. I let that sink in. Remember that. They walked out without another word, and for the first time in years, I felt free. 6 months later, their company collapsed. Administration, assets sold, brand gone, finished. Meanwhile, my company expanded into London, Birmingham, and Leeds. We became one of the fastest-growing logistics firms in the UK. Industry awards followed. Recognition followed. Success followed, but revenge? It didn't feel like anger anymore. It felt like closure because the truth was simple. I never needed revenge. I needed freedom. And they gave it to me the moment they pushed me out. Funny, isn't it? They thought firing me would end my career. Instead, it built my empire, and their biggest mistake became my greatest victory.